Alright, new guy. Let's see how you're doing. Let's see this guy. So there's ever been a silver screen star designed for reboot, it's got Zilla. So never leaving Japanese cinemas for very long, Western audiences have had to live with Zilla. Jeez, let's get away from something. Okay, another one. Okay. The good news is Godzilla's back in all his spine-rattling glory. Which brings us to the last time Hollywood. Okay, no, get. Zilla! Check this out. Huh? What do you think? I'm thinking about hanging that up in the room.
Hey, Joe, gonna catch one of them little fish in the East River?
I hope so, but you never know.
Zilla? You okay? You know, for a time, I was him. I was Godzilla. Was. And now this new guy is gonna bury me. That's all I ever wanted to be. Was him. You're so selfish. Excuse me? That's all you ever wanted to be was him. Just so you could be him. You have his fame, his money. How dare you? I wasn't looking for the money or for the attention or even for the fame. All I was looking to do was to be liked by the fans. They were the ones I was trying to impress. You don't know what it feels like. You don't know. No, shut up! You don't know! You don't! You don't know what it feels like. You don't know what it feels like to be hated and shunned by all those that you were only trying to impress. You don't know. Was a Godzilla fan too. We all looked at him like an idol, like a god. And then I stepped into the picture thinking that everyone would treat me the same. I was an idiot to think that. I was a fool to think that I could be worthy enough to bear his name. Everyone looks at him with respect and dignity. Everyone looks at me with hatred, disgust, mockery. Not one person likes me. I will always be remembered as a disappointment and as a failure. And don't give me all that it's just their opinion crap. Because if enough people say it, then it's got to have some truth to it. Well, Zilla, you're wrong. I do know what it feels like. Did I ever tell you how I got into all this? Into Godzilla movies? No? What does it matter? Well, it was a rough day at school, you know, bullies and whatnot. And then to make matters worse on the way home, the bus took a wrong turn, got lost, and then it broke down. So you can imagine by the time I got home, many hours later, that I was not the happiest of campers. And I just felt upset. As if I had hit a roadblock, you know, so I knew that I would have to go back into that every day. Maybe not the bus thing, but the bullies, definitely, you know. But anyway, I'm home and I start channel surfing, and I land on the AMC network. And this was long before they did anything with zombies and meth cookers. But I flip on AMC and lo and behold, what do I see but two giant spikes, fins, coming up over the top of a bridge. And then a boat crashing down in front of a bunch of workers. And, you know, Zilla, whether you know this or not, but your movie made me feel better. Made me feel better that day. And as weird and cheesy as this sounds, but I mean that it did help. Your movie made me feel better. And then I went down to Blockbuster. See, this is a long time ago. I still have Blockbusters to go to. And then I started to rent all the other Godzilla movies, the old Japanese ones. So without you, I would have never gotten into Godzilla. But everyone else who hates me. No, you gotta forget them. Forget them. All that negative, bad, terrible stuff that people say about you, you have to forget it. You have to let it go. There's nothing else you can do about it. And I know that's not maybe the answer you're looking for, but there's so much of it. Walter, Steve, what's the best movie ever made? Free Willy. The Crocodile Hunter, Collision Course. You see? All that critic stuff, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't pay attention really to critics' comments anymore. I don't even follow the Oscars really. I don't care about the Oscars anymore. You know, none of my favorite films ever get nominated for anything. So, I mean, you know, critic stuff is worthless. And I think the reason that maybe Godzilla fans weren't so welcoming to you is maybe because they were afraid. They were afraid of change, you know. People fear what they don't expect coming or what they don't understand, you know. It is perhaps that you were so different. I mean, there's no denying that you're a different monster than Godzilla is. But it is perhaps that in your differences, that's what makes you unique. And believe it or not, Zilla, there are people that like you. I mean, people watching this video, presumably right now, I hope, they like you. Everyone who watches all our other videos, they like you, Zilla. I like you. Walter likes you. Steve likes you. You know? True. And you gotta tell yourself, Zilla, promise me this. Promise me this. If you ever find yourself in this mindset again where you're all upset about this, you just think one thing to yourself. That if at nothing else you changed the life of one person, me. You changed my life, because like I said, if it were not for you and your movie, we would not be here right now. I would not be here. The nice people watching at home would likely not be watching this. You said no one liked you, but I like you. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, hey, speaking of critic stuff, I gotta show you something. I think you'll get a kick out of this.